So Sarah, can you tell us a little bit about why this is important and where we are?
Yeah. Okay, so this is a biosecure tunnel. The reason this is really important is that in the UK now there are a growing number of tree diseases which affect our native trees and ones that have been here for hundreds of years, perfectly disease-free up till now, but it seems like climate change is probably increasing this number of trees, and also travel and just general movement around the globe. So, for example, we've got sweet chestnut in here. This is probably one of the most important species to protect from diseases. So, just to give you an example of how many things will affect, so Phytophthora ramorum is the most dangerous disease affecting sweet chestnut, and it's already in the south of England. It's affecting stands in southern Europe and Europe. It spreads through rain droplets in the rain, and therefore the roof here is constructed with polythene, and we don't have any rainwater in here, and we also exclude all insects from the environment, especially sap-sucking insects, which would then carry disease and infect the plants here. All the water that is watered on these trees has to be treated. None of it can be rainwater, none of it can be spring water untreated, so it is treated.
So that's why we had to be so careful coming in, putting our boots in the solution. And
it's so easy to forget that you could be carrying these spores on muds on your boots, or even on your hands if you've just been gardening. So it's a good idea to make sure your hands are clean, and always dip your feet. We're just learning to remember to do that every time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So although we're creating a really sterile environment in this biosecure tent, what you're creating though is a diverse range of within the species. Talk to that a bit more.
Okay, so the idea is that in the future we have a stronger and more diverse gene pool for each species. So all of these trees that are being raised here now, they've all been raised from seed, no cuttings, because we really want a diverse gene pool. Because, for instance, if we plant 100 of these trees, and they are struck down with Phytophthora ramorum, then we're going to lose, we don't know how many, but we could lose 80%, maybe 90%, who knows, but we might lose less if we're lucky. But if we're then left with 10 or 20 trees that are strong, genetically strong, they will be the future for this tree, and they could survive on through climate change. These trees are already capable of withstanding much warmer climatic temperatures.
So Sarah, you've got ambitions with this sweet chestnut as a species.
Yes.
You're calling it a project, but what's your ambition?
Yes, the ambition is Castanea sativa. This is the tree which I think a lot of people are most worried about falling to Phytophthora. We want these trees to be as strong as possible, which is why they're all grown from seed, and we're trying to create a diverse gene pool. We'll be planting all of these in a stand and growing them on, and hoping that over the next 10 or 15 years, before they even flower, that they'll be as healthy as possible. And the ones that show any sign at all of being weak or diseased, we will fell them, and then hopefully left with some good ones in our stand, and then that will be a seed source, and we can provide other nurseries with healthy seed from that point.
And this is what you would encourage farmers to kind of participate in that?
Yes, we could call it the Sweet Chestnut Project even, couldn't we? But yes, as many people as possible could participate in this to save this species.